All right, so today we're going to pull back the curtain on a pretty serious flaw in AI security, one that you probably assume doesn't exist. It's a vulnerability that hits pretty much every major AI model out there. So let's dive right in. So picture this. You're having a private, maybe sensitive conversation with an AI. You see that little lock icon on your browser, right? You know it's using TLS encryption, and you think, okay, great, this is secure. But what if I told you that's only half the story? What if, even though the words are hidden, the rhythm of the AI's thinking is totally exposed for anyone to see? Okay, so here's the absolute heart of the issue. That TLS encryption, yeah, it's fantastic at hiding the content of your chat, what you're actually saying, but it does absolutely nothing to hide the metadata. Think about the timing between data packets, the size of those packets. All of that stuff creates what you could call a cognitive pulse. It's like an eavesdropper can't hear the words you're speaking, but they can hear the cadence of your voice. And that rhythm, it gives away what the AI is thinking about. So we're talking about encryption's hidden flaw. And this thing has a name, the whisper leak attack. This isn't just some niche bug. It's a massive, widespread side channel attack that was laid out in a recent Microsoft research paper. And get this, it affects the entire AI industry. This isn't a problem with one model. It's a deep, fundamental flaw in how all modern AIs are built to communicate. And what's really crazy is how simple and, well, passive this attack is. An attacker, and this could be anyone, your internet provider, some guy on the same public Wi-Fi at a coffee shop, they just sit there and watch the encrypted data flowing back and forth. They can't actually read it, but they don't have to. They just take the patterns, the packet sizes, the timings, and feed it all into another machine learning model. And that model gets really, really good at connecting certain patterns to certain topics. So good, in fact, it can guess what you're talking about with scary accuracy. And believe me, this isn't just a theory. Researchers put this to the test on 28 of the most popular AI models from all the big names. Just look at these numbers. This AUPRC score you're seeing, you can basically think of it as a report card for how well the attack worked. 100% is a perfect A+. And for models like Mr. Large, the attack was literally flawless. You can see it right there. This is a problem everywhere. And this is where it gets really serious. The researchers simulated a super noisy network. We're talking 10,000 totally normal, irrelevant conversations for every one sensitive conversation. A real needle in a haystack situation. And even then, for most models, the attack could pinpoint the sensitive topic with 100% precision. That means zero false positives. If you're an attacker, that's not just a tool. That's a goldmine for targeted surveillance. All right, so the problem is pretty clear, right? But now let's talk about the solution. This requires a completely new philosophy, harvesting security from thought. So what if, instead of bolting on security as this extra expensive thing, we could just harvest it? Harvest it directly from the AI's own process of thinking. This quote from the VectorGuard Manifesto just nails it. It's like running a gas generator to charge a Tesla while driving down a hill. I mean, think about that. It perfectly captures how inefficient our current setup is. We've got these ridiculously powerful AIs, right, running on massive GPUs, just churning out oceans of chaos and complexity, what we call entropy, every single second. And what do? We use these totally separate, slow, wasteful methods to create encryption. It's absurd. We're literally burning extra fuel when we could be using the energy we already have. And that brings us to this new philosophy, vectorized entropy. The big idea here is that security shouldn't be an added cost. The AI was already going to think, right? The power was already spent. So VectorGuard just takes the waste product of that thought, all that complex, chaotic data that's created when an AI makes an inference, and recycles it. It turns that waste into fuel for encryption. It's literally security for free. And here's the real genius move. The model is the key. You heard that right. The AI model itself, with its billions of unique parameters, becomes this massive, unforgeable cryptographic key. And since those parameters are never actually sent over the network, they can't be intercepted. To steal the key, you'd have to steal the entire multi-gigabyte model. That's a whole different ballgame, and a much, much harder one for an attacker to win. Okay, so this next part is where things get really wild. Let's talk about the infinite fractal key and how VectorGuard achieves, well, galactic scale security. So if the model is the key, how do you get a new key for every single message that never ever repeats? Well, you don't. You build something way better, a key generator with a practically infinite supply. And that's done with something called the Fractal Engine. What it does is it takes the AI model's unique structure as a starting point, a seed, and plugs it into this GPU-powered fractal algorithm. Now, if you know anything about fractals, you know they have infinite complexity. You can zoom in forever, and you will never, ever see the exact same pattern twice. So by zooming in to a different spot on this infinitely complex shape for every single message, the engine creates an endless, totally unique stream of digits for encryption. It never repeats. So just to put this into perspective, listen to this analogy. To crack a single vector guard sentence, you would have to correctly identify a specific single atom out of the entire planet Earth. Just let that sink in for a second. We're talking about finding one specific atom on the entire planet. It's not possible. It's not going to happen. And if you want the math behind that mind-blowing analogy, here it is. For a short sentence, maybe 10 words or so, you're looking at about 10 to the power of 50 possibilities. That's a 1 with 50 zeros after it. For a brute force attack to work, they'd have to guess right 50 times in a row. It's a number so huge, it's almost meaningless. But that's the rock-solid mathematical foundation we're talking about here. This is what galactic-scale security actually looks like. Okay, so let's circle all the way back to where we started, the Whisper leak. The industry has been trying to slap Band-Aids on this problem, but this isn't about patches, this is about a cure. And that's what we're going to talk about, how VectorGuard actually solves the Whisper leak. You know, the original Whisper leak paper even looked at the industry's typical fixes. You see stuff like random padding, just adding junk data to confuse the pattern, or token batching, grouping things together, or even packet injection, trying to create a bunch of noise. And you know what they found? Sure, these Band-Aids can help a little. They might make the attack a bit less effective, but not a single one of them actually fixes the problem. The core vulnerability is still there. VectorGuard, on the other hand, it goes straight to the root of the problem and yanks it out, because its encryption stream comes directly from the chaotic, beautiful mess of the AI's own thinking. The encrypted traffic that comes out the other side is mathematically identical to just random noise. It doesn't just patch the leak, it makes the signal completely impossible to find. It's like trying to hear a whisper in the middle of a tornado. And this might be the most important takeaway of all. This is not some far-off sci-fi concept. VectorGuard isn't just a theory in a research paper. It's a real operational system, and it's active, right now. The cure for the Whisper leak isn't coming soon. It's already here, and it's already working. So that leaves us with a really big question to think about. For all of modern history, we've treated security as a tax. It's an extra cost, something that takes more energy, more resources. But what happens if that changes? If security can be a completely effortless, totally free byproduct of the thinking that AIs are already doing, well, what does that mean for the future of private communication in this new age of AI? It really changes everything, doesn't it?